Hi, my name is Dharm Sidhu. I'm a naturopathic doctor here in Vancouver, Canada. And today I'd like to speak about the journey of loving your hurt self, loving the hurt child. I'll explain what that means. In August 2014, I discovered Divine Truth, which are teachings by Mary and Jesus at divinetruth.com. And through some of the first ideas that I was attracted to was the concept of addictions, emotional addictions, which are ways in which we are hurting people, the environment, and ourselves. And I was very interested in this idea because I knew that my children were struggling, that there was, despite all my effort to create a better environment, to become a better person, to break the cycle of violence from my childhood, my kids were still struggling. And so the idea that there could be something more happening inside of me that I need to look at, I was attracted to that idea and wanted to explore for myself if this could be true. In the journey of exploring emotional addictions that I have, such as power, control, superiority, attention, demanding for love, worth, being needed, it's a long list. But in the process of connecting to the addictions, and as I felt the emotion of the addiction, because the work involves embracing the emotions, what I discovered was that the addict is a child. It's my child self that is stuck in a very terrible place of rage and terror. And so I started to change how I was approaching this work of awakening to my, you know, sins, to my addictions. I had a lot of judgments and punishment and control about it. And then I realized that I'm dealing with children. And the way I treat myself is basically child abuse. I gotta be careful. I gotta change how I'm approaching this whole awakening issue. And so in the process, I had to learn to become the kind of person that a child, a broken, angry, hurt child, could open up to. I had to earn the child's trust. And there are a lot of things that I learned through this journey, and they've been very helpful. When I started out, I didn't know if I was approaching it the right way, but I was willing to experiment to figure out for myself if this will work. And it is very shocking to discover just how much pain we're minimizing and locking up inside of ourselves, and that all the child need to do is finish processing her or his experience in whatever was going on in that time. So I'll share some of those ideas in this video. I'll break them into three parts. But I just wanted to start with introducing the idea that in order to heal the hurt self, you're going to have to start with discovering the technique you're using to suppress the hurt self, which are emotional addictions. And in the process, as you emotionally own the desire, so for example, my desire for power, which in the child is my way of having some say into my environment, my ability to say no or to push something away. In some of the instances, I have hundreds of different reasons for why I desire power. All of them have different memories, different experiences. But those little things that we were doing as children, we're now trapped in the anger. And that angry child is the one that's continuing. And now I'm hurting basically everybody I meet. Hurting my environment through my emotional desire. So as I keep going in these videos, I'll explain some of the approaches I've been making. Everyone have to find their own approach because your child self will have its own nature, and you'll have to find the way that is the best approach towards how to be and how to help heal the hurt child. I will add some examples, some ideas of the talks that I listened to from divinetruth.com that gave me the idea about addictions. I will add them to the description, and I'll see you at the next video.